Hi guys, welcome back to our third video. If you've watched all three videos so far, then well done. Yeah, I know, that's a pretty big achievement in itself. In this video, what we want to do is carry on with the story as we were. So, talking about how we moved from, making bars very small scale, trialing them, starting to sell them in the brown paper bags that you saw, and then where we took it from there. So what we actually did, didn't we, was move into a large production unit.
That was it, yeah. So we moved into a large 1,052 square foot unit up in Peterborough.
You remember that? Yeah, that's a very unique number.
I know the nitty gritty things, mate. I love it. But yeah, so we got a unit up in Peterborough. We got a few stainless steel benches, the relevant accreditations to make sure that these bars were safe and produced safely, so our customers could enjoy them knowing that they weren't just produced by two lads who had no idea what they were doing. We got a large commercial fridge, shelving units to hold the packaging and other ingredients, etc., and a flow wrapper. Let's get a photo of that in there.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Have a look at the photo because it's quite cool. That's what takes a raw bar and wraps it up and sends it off. We were fascinated by this for a while, but yeah.
And we should point out that we were 20? Or 21?
Yeah, 2021, yeah. I think you were 21 and I was 20.
Yeah,
so.
And that's when we moved into the unit, and most of our friends had, well, they were financing cars or what have you, and we had a flow wrapper that could wrap, was it 100 bars in a minute?
No, you could do 180 bars in a minute.
180 bars in a minute. So those are the kind of numbers that we enjoy talking about.
Yeah,
so
exactly, that's it.
But yeah, the kitchen, we called it the kitchen, the unit was a big step for us because, as Ollie already said, like, we had custom trays made, we had custom knives made, and the whole process was done completely by hand.
Yeah.
So, let's talk, because we had little stations, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And we should maybe at this point introduce Mr. Jake.
Yeah, so one of our esteemed colleagues and other best friend is called
He's
Jake.
Gonna hate that.
I know he is. Jake got involved slightly earlier while we were still producing in the house. Jake was quite, he was very helpful in developing the recipe. Here's a photo of Mr. Jake so you can imagine how he fits in, if you will. Anyhow, so our stations up at the unit. The very first station was a mixing station where we would mix all of our dry ingredients together, so all the seeds and nuts, everything was well distributed in a mixture. We'd then melt the peanut butter and the coconut oil.
Hold on, we made the peanut butter ourselves.
Yeah, we made we missed that out. We missed out that we had now, not the one we bought from Amazon, but a big commercial peanut butter mill that could produce 60 kilos?
60 kilos an hour, yeah.
So about a third of this big boy.
Thanks man, that's really nice.
So, yeah, that was melted and then combined together. It was mixed together till we had a nice firm batter. Yeah. This was then taken over to your bench. Well, I wouldn't, a mix. Yeah, it was quite thick.
Sorry, I'm being thick.
That's why I said batter.
Yeah.
It was taken over to Sam's station then.
My station, which was
you explain.
Probably the hardest station, I would have thought, in the whole process. It would come over to me in like lumps, wouldn't it, really, this mix. So it's on the tray, it comes over in lumps. My job is then to press it down, so to press the mixture into the trays. They were just open trays, they weren't cut and anything like that specifically for the bars. It was just an open tray that we could pop out, flatten it down, make sure that it's boom, super level, and then like some sort of master chocolatier, I would drizzle by hand with a teaspoon. Do you remember that?
I do remember.
We would melt down dark chocolate and give a little bit of sweetness to the bar, and we'd melt that down and drizzle that on by hand. Then the trays would be put in the fridge, wouldn't they? So they would go into the fridge. It would help with the cooling of the bar because the peanut butter was still warm, so they were still very soft at that stage, and it would also help firm up the chocolate. So we would put them into the fridge, They'd go in there set, as we called it, and that would take about an hour to 2 hours. So we would put a tray in, make another tray, and we would just cycle through like that, wouldn't we?
Exactly. They'd then come out. Again, this was on you, because Jake and I were often still making bars. It was a cycle. Jake and I would start, Sam would finish the process, if you will. It was then a long... What's the best word to describe it? It wasn't a saw, it was like, imagine just a long piece of metal, a metal blade, which you push down so we could cut the precise dimensions of the bar. Now, Sam was responsible for that, so it was probably 1 in 5, not about right. Besides the point.
I was brilliant at it by the end. I've got an eye for these things.
Exactly.
There were 2 knives. There was one to cut them lengthways, and there was one to cut them, across and width.
Exactly.
Horizontally. Yeah, that's the term. You're right. Yeah,
Good.
Sorry.
So we would then take these bars. This required all of us, because could you imagine trying to load 180 bars a minute into the flow wrapper, which would send them
We never
through.
got to that speed.
No, we didn't.
We took this as a game,
and 40 or 50.
No,
Well, we were really
we got
good.
to 100.
We got to 100.
We got to 100.
Not giving us the credit we deserve there.
No.
So we'd stand there, slide them on.
That's the noise it made.
Yeah. But I tell you, well, we're about being honest, so we'd be there late, working late into the night, wouldn't we? And occasionally at 2, 3 in the morning, everyone's getting a bit tired, and the flow wrapper machine, the film which wraps the bars, would come off, and we'd then be trying to fiddle hands into the tiniest of.
That was dangerous and very silly.
It was,
because the flow wrappers they were about 150 degrees.
So
sealed
the film around the bar, but once it's been through that, you've got a finished bar. They'd be packed into their cartons, and you had a new and improved Suzero bar. Yeah, and that was, we'd gone through the process of, maybe we should talk about the packaging actually. I'm just throwing that in there now. So we need to give, I don't like calling it a big shout out, but a massive thank you to one of your best mates, a lad called Bailey Chapman, who helped us out with. That's not Bailey Chapman, is it? It's Bailey Chapman. We'll go Bailey Chapman. I don't want to give too much away on the interweb.
We don't want him to be inundated with requests.
Exactly, because he did a good job, and the best bit about it was
we haven't said what he did. He designed all of our branding. So he designed our logo, he designed our packaging, he designed everything, and obviously we had no money for this because we were poor students, we were part-time jobs, etc. We had no money for this. And he very kindly, he didn't do it for free, but he did help us out hugely, didn't he? Big time.
And he did a great job. So you ever find yourself looking for a graphic designer, Bailey's your man. It's
a bit of a plug there, but I hope he's not going to get inundated. I think we got about 20 views on the last video, so fair enough. Don't watch out, Bailey. And then we took those bars out, didn't we? We started to get, and the sales tactic really was we wanted to know as many of our customers and as many of our stockists as possible. So it wasn't a case of going to Tesco's or anyone like that. But if you're listening now, we are ready and geared up for that. Just saying. You'll do a very good deal. And we started just working with independent, health food stores, gyms, garden centres, anyone really who we thought, okay, the customer type and the people who are coming into this store, it fits. And the feedback we got initially was good, isn't it? But we noticed that, and again, we wanted to be as totally honest with you guys as we possibly can be. We noticed that there was a kind of gradual decline in how well the bars were doing over those next few months. And that was in kind of winter 2017, was it? So we went, 2018. Sorry. And we went into Christmas in 2018 in a bit of a precarious position, shall we say, where we had this big unit, we had all of our manufacturing equipment, we had the know-how, or thought we had the know-how, but actually we weren't getting repeat sales, and that's really what you need in a business to make it work. So, but we probably shouldn't spoil the next video, should we? No. We will round it off there. In the next video, what we will touch on is how we shifted to the recipe we have today, and how we are now selling our bars, and it's slightly different to maybe other bars that you would find on the market. So I'm going to sign that one off. Thank you very much for watching. And please tune back in next video.
Like and subscribe.
Don't say that ever again. Bye.
Bye.
Right, go.
Hey guys, it's Nicole.
Hi, it's Nicole.
Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And here is my video on wrapping my GTR.
5 reasons why I hate my Lamborghini.
We're not doing that. Ready?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't know where to go from there.
No, right, so.
No.
You're wrong, guys. Why are you doing
It was because the angle. No, don't come out! Move it back!
Man, it does. It looks so much bigger.
Right, you ready? You've really thrown me off about my odd biceps now.
It's because it's.
I need to stop training on one side. Also, you need a holiday. Look, the cat.
It's the right one.
No, it's fine. That's not going in the video.